It was June 23rd, same hour, same waiting. Elizabeth sat in the wooden chair by her window. A light blanket lay across her knees. In her hands, not coffee, but memories. It was just a few minutes before 10:45 a.m. For the past 14 years, at this exact time, a man would appear at the edge of her garden, always by the purple hydrangeas, a grey coat, a navy blue hat, white carnations in hand. He'd take 3 steps back, lay down the flowers, lower his head slightly, and look directly into her eyes. He never spoke, not once. And then he would leave. She never knew his name, he never gave it. But this year, 10:45 came, and no one appeared. That evening, Elizabeth opened the wooden chest in the corner of her living room. It had belonged to her mother. She had never dared open it. It felt like opening it would awaken long-buried ghosts. But that night, something pulled her toward it. She lifted the lid and found an envelope. Her name was written in faded ink. "Elizabeth, do not open unless he stops coming." Her heart tightened. She opened it. Her hands trembled as she pulled out the yellowed letter. "Dear Elizabeth, I'm writing this hoping you'll never read it. But if you are, then I must be gone. For years I came to see you, quietly, with flowers. I wanted to speak, but the timing was never right, because for years I carried a truth that was never told to you." Elizabeth could barely hold the paper still. "My name is Adrian, and I am your husband David's brother, but that truth was kept from you for decades." She remembered David, her late husband. He died in a car accident more than 40 years ago. None of his family ever reached out after his death. He had always been silent about his past, and now this man, this quiet visitor with carnations, was his brother. Adrian. For 14 years he had come every June 23rd, but he had never spoken, until now. Elizabeth searched her memories. At David's funeral, yes, there was a man in dark glasses standing far back, the sharp jawline, the same eyes. Why hadn't David ever spoken of a brother? Why had Adrian stayed silent for so long? The letter continued. "When David died, I was angry. You weren't with him in the end. I didn't understand, but over time, I did. I wanted to speak to you, but I didn't think I deserved your forgiveness. So I came, just to look at you, and say I'm sorry with flowers." The next morning, Elizabeth found another envelope in her mailbox. This time it said, "Lucas H." Inside was a small note. "Hello, I'm Adrian's son. My father passed away last week. His last wish was that I deliver this box to you." There was a black box on her doorstep. She brought it in and opened it carefully. Inside she found a photo of young David, 2 wedding rings, a cassette tape, and another letter. She placed the cassette into her old player. Adrian's voice came through, calm and clear. "Elizabeth, it hurt to love from a distance, but you deserve the truth. When David died, he had a letter for you, but you never received it. Your mother kept it. She thought it would only bring pain, but now it's yours. It's in this box." She looked into the corner of the box, and there it was. A navy envelope, thin, written in David's handwriting. "My dearest Elizabeth, as I write this, I keep thinking of your smile. If something happens to me, I want you to know. I have always loved you, but I never told you the full truth. I had a brother, Adrian. We were separated when we were children. I was adopted. He was not. Later in life, we reunited. But when I met you, I drifted away from him again. That is my deepest regret. He watched over you when I couldn't, and yes, he loved you too, in his own way. I hope one day you'll forgive both of us." Elizabeth cried for hours. The next morning, she asked Lucas to take her to Adrian's grave. They drove to the cemetery. It was quiet. The sky was soft grey. On the tombstone, a simple engraving. Adrian Harker, 1955 to 2023. He loved in silence and left in peace. Elizabeth took out white carnations from her bag. She stepped back 3 steps, bowed her head, closed her eyes, just like he used to do. She returned home and sat in her chair. It was 10:45 a.m. She didn't expect a knock because she finally knew why it had stopped. Adrian had been forgiven, David had not been forgotten, and Elizabeth, for the first time in years, closed her eyes in peace.